Boom. Oh, man, I took profits way too soon because we have just spiked incredibly. Like, this is crazy. My trades down at the bottom are not accurate anymore because we're over 1,500. Wow. Okay. I feel as if I need to take a little bit of profits right now on Ethereum because now I'm up 360%. So boom, boom, boom. I'm closing another half of my Ethereum trade, my Bitcoin trade. I'm closing half of my Bitcoin trade because we're right there at 20,000. That's my price target. Boom, close that one out. Boom, boom, boom. Dang. 88 is up to almost 40 cents. That guy's pumped 10%. Wow, 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 wow. Where is the resistance? Resistance there. I'm taking another half off of my 88 trade. Dude, nuts. I'm leaving that stuff open now. Might raise. Okay. All right. Now that I did that, I had a little VPN in here, and holy smokes, I am so glad that I did that. I just got out of ETH at 1,490. Boom, 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 boom. Hit that perfectly. Played that perfectly. Boom, locked in another nice profit right there on Bitcoin. It has got resistance at that famous 20,000 range. I will add more to the trade if it's something that we can hold, but really the mover here is ADA and Ethereum, right? Okay, guys, so my trades on the bottom are not accurate because logging in here, I've got the VPN on and I'm up 325% still on Ethereum, 140% on Bitcoin, and then 140 as well on ADA. And I did just take some profit. Crypto Muscle says, good morning. And I really was thinking that we were going to have some resistance at 1,400 here. And it just decided to blow through. If you saw some of my Instagram and TikToks this morning about what was going on, is okay. Backing up here, I'm all excited because I just locked in a good profit because right before I went live, things just spiked tremendously here. Let me go down on the 15-minute and you guys can see what happened here. Look at the volume that just happened. Boom. That is a gnarly amount of volume in there. All right. Now let me zoom back out onto the daily. The stochastics, we are saying that we're overbought right now. We've been waiting for a big pump to happen. Dang. I'm super excited. Super excited because that was great. Earlier, I locked in profit this morning, and I was like, okay, that was decent, 150%, great. And then now just lock in another profit of 300%. Dude. And I've moved all my stops to break even, but now I'll have to move them to these areas of like Ethereum. I need to move my stop. Okay, where is this level that I feel? ETH. I'm going to move my stop on my Ethereum trade back down here. Where do I have it currently? I have it just under 1,300. Now I need to move that stop on my Ethereum trade to, I'm looking at 1,365. That's where I'm putting my stop on the Ethereum trade. On the Bitcoin trade, my entry was 19,039, but now we're right around 20,000. Dang, I may have taken profits too soon, but no complaining with that. Can't complain in. You can't go broke by taking profits. And here, make this a little bit bigger for you guys because the stochastics are saying that we're oversold, but we can be oversold for a while here. Where do I want to put the breakout of this ascending triangle? Is $1,500 mark. Where do I currently have my stop on the Bitcoin trade? I have it 19,530. That's a good area to get stopped out there. You know, little wiggle room of 1,400. And then my ADA trade, it's up 9% right now. This guy is moving. Where do I currently have? I have it right at my break-even point. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I'm going to move my Ethereum stop to 37. 37. That's going to lock in last bit of a little bit of a 50% if something were to happen. But bam! Dang. I need to absolutely update you guys on the trades here so that they look just... All right, that my ETH trade has just gone through the roof. You know, we will see once I get that out here. Okay, snag it. Get out of there. Resistance, for ADA is right around the 39 cents, and we've hit 39 cents on there too. This was safe to take profits on all this big move. We're going to see a big set of profits being played out right now because of a massive 10% gain on the market. It may decide to pause for just a second and then continue upwards. If we do break out above 20,000 and we stay above 1,500 for Ethereum, I will get back into the trade with a tight stop. Absolutely get back in with a tight stop. Let me show you that because these things are not accurate anymore. Let me get rid of them. Boom. And sorry guys, I'm doing this live. Okay. We're gonna get rid of that one, get rid of that one, and then I'm gonna add this one. Add from my files. Boom. And we'll put that up there. Okay. So now that I'm done being all excited because right then and there just paid for 10 of the last losing trades. I didn't lose all of them, but now I've got a good pump in my account to be able to be a little bit more aggressive come the next section here. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so on Ethereum, let me talk right about Ethereum. Ethereum is my golden boy. This is the one that I like to trade the most. Bitcoin just pumped. Finally, Bitcoin is pumping now. Boom, because all the other ones at 10%. Bitcoin has just been sitting stagnant here at about 4%. So, okay, back to Bitcoin here for a second because now we are above 20,000. We have barely touched the high of 20,200. So, to its next level where I feel like it's going to have a hard time is right where it's at. Right where it's at is needs to break through. I don't know if this move is going to break through because ideally we really need to get above 20,500, which is on top of this peak right here, right? Because if we break above that, that is signifying that, hey, you know, the buyers are in control. And right now we've got a large wick, okay? Well, there's actually not a wick on here whatsoever. Here, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. We're starting to get a small little wick. Right? The sellers are taking in control. If we can stay above 20,000, that's going to be good. But I don't know if this move is going to happen. This has been a big move. Again, this has been a big move. Okay. So let me go back 15 minutes. Let's see what look at this. Damn. Boom. Look at that volume. Yeah, this is unsustainable. Whew. That needs to hold off a little bit. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold 20,000 once the sellers come in. Once the bots come in and they decide, hey, this move is kind of exhausted, we need to move on from here, okay? But I guess let's just, since I'm on Bitcoin, let's talk about it. Let's zoom. There's the hour. Hour's looking good. We're above this area. which is now support is right around 19,800, at least on the hourly. And how I'm finding that is you're just quickly, easily looking at where you can see some support. And this is a support. I'm not really worried about the wicks because that is just, they're called pin bars and they're kind of like liquidations of stuff. Hey, Michael says, thanks for showing your portfolio. Yeah, I'm being honest with you guys that I am just a humble individual that I enjoy crypto. I was a financial advisor for a few years. I let everything expire. I am not anymore. And I thought that all financial advisors are they are crooks and scam artists. They're meant to just sell you a insurance deal, whether it's a disability, some sort of a stupid mutual fund that's high cost because mutual funds are loaded either front with A shares or in the middle with B shares or at the back end with C shares. Can load a crock. You can do it yourself with an index fund, which is incredibly low. We're looking at, as opposed to a 5% fee, you're looking at less than a 1% fee. It's ridiculous how much financial advisors get away with stuff. They don't manage your money. They just take your account information, put it in a American fund, some sort of Schwab mutual fund, and then they just send it off and they collect a small amount. It's lack of a better word, it's a Ponzi scheme is what I believe financial advisors are, and they want to sell you life insurance more than anything because they get 150% to 100% of the commission of the premium, the yearly premium, right off the bat. It's so bad. So that's why I got out of that game, and I did have a video yesterday where I showed you guys my portfolio. It's relatively 360 grand. It's probably up to 375 right now because of this pump that just recently happened here, but that is considerably lower. I was touching right on close to $900,000, $800,000 to $900,000 during what was it? Gosh, just almost a year ago. Basically, once Bitcoin was up to about 70,000, that's when my portfolio was really peaking. But that's my hodl. That's my long-term investment. My philosophy is big on buy and hold investing. Yes, I do have a trading account that I trade with small amounts of money, under right around 10 grand, and I trade, each of my trades are 1% to 5%. But this is money that I'm trading, right? My investment account is stuff that I'm just holding on long term. Okay, so without talking too much about that, I don't know if we're going to hold 20,000 on this guy. I am super stoked that I just took profits on these trades here, especially that Ethereum trade that I got up on the screen. So talking about Bitcoin, why do I think that we're not going to hold 20 grand? Okay, it's just a psychological level that we're probably definitely going to go back to the scene of the crime, right? It's called a throwback is what it is. And a throwback is we've got an ascending triangle here, right? And how is this an ascending triangle? Well, because we've got higher highs and, we've got, actually, we just got higher lows is all we have, not higher highs, because it's sitting right there at a horizontal level. Horizontal level is right around that 19,500 right here, and it's just do, but we do have the higher lows, boom, 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 which is meaning that pressure is growing here. I like to talk to it about like squeezing a pimple, and the more and more you put pressure on it, the more and more it pops. Maybe that's like a white boy analogy, but the pus on Bitcoin has just popped, and we have gone above 20,000 here, excuse me, but we've got another level sitting here that's in the way. If I were to erase this stuff and say like this wasn't here, this wasn't here, this wasn't here, right? This move has a much higher chance of continuing to pump upwards. But because we've got levels of resistance in play, it's no surprise that we are stopping right at those levels. Okay, so just eyeballing it, you can see that we are retracing from those levels. If I'm zooming in a little bit, you can see a little bit better, but that's what's happening here. So been doing this for a little while, and what I believe is going to happen is we're going to come back to the scene of the crime, and we're going to find support right around the $19,500, $600 range, and then that is a good entry point, right? Once we touch that, that is a good entry point for us then to break up and potentially get up here to the 22,000, 21,000. That's my ideology on Bitcoin at the moment, because we can already see it happening right now. Look at it, 20,000, 22. Boom. It is struggling. It is struggling. People are taking profits right now, and it is exhausted from the 20,200 range. There needs to be some sort of a pullback. This could still happen here in the next 7 hours that this happens, because again, if I'm going back down to the 15-minute, we can see, boom, instant sell signal right here. It's exhausted. We've got the red candle being painted on the 15-minute. And I believe that is going to move over to the hourly and to higher time frames. If I'm talking about Ethereum, right? So happy that I was able to sell half my position at 1,500. Yes, the trade is still open. The trade is still open. And if you were at the beginning of the stream, you saw me. I moved my stops to right at the scene of the crime of 13,065-ish. So I'm going to leave the rest of the trade to be stopped out. That's just how I trade, right? Is I take profits along the way, and I try to have my last little bit be stopped out, because you can never tell what the market's going to do. And the worst feeling is to take profits on something and then have it just instantly blow through. Because again, if you were with me this morning on my Instagram, I took profits right under 14,000 because I was feeling like, all right, man, look at this. We have hit 14,000 so many times, just so many here. I don't like having that on there. You know, my OCD is making it feel that way. So many times we hit close to 1,400, and then we're like, boom, retrace, and then, oh, we're going to hit 1,400, and then retrace, and then, oh, we're going to hit 1,400, and then retrace, and then we're not even going to get close, you know, so boom, boom, boom. So this time it's like, well, what is different about this time? What is different about this time? Well, the difference about this time is we've had multiple touches or multiple swings on the wall to break through that 1,400. So for there, I was like, all right, I need to play it safe, and I sold half of my position right about 1,390, okay? But I left that other half open. I got a little bit of slack on TikTok for doing so, but, you know, you can't go broke taking profits. You will go broke if you move your stop and you know, dollar cost average into a losing trade. Never, okay, from advice, I need to speak this clearly to everybody that is a beginner trader or even an advanced trader, because we've all done it before, is when price moves against you, it is the first indication that you are wrong. And it is okay with being wrong, right? It's still a win, because you're learning that, hey, it didn't work out. You can't be right all the time. That's just life. And that happens in trading as well. So once price moves against you, you need to start thinking, okay, is price going to get back up? Did I do something wrong? Was my entry point wrong? Is my stop wrong? Where's resistance and support moving here? And you need to rethink the trade. But what I see a lot of traders do is they're like, nope, I'm not wrong. It should have continued to go up. So now I have an opportunity to dollar cost average in. So I'm just going to put twice as much money into it, and then my stop is going to be, 50% lower, and we'll just hold on to that. And then once you get close to hitting stopped out again, you throw more money at it, and boom, boom, boom. And then now, as opposed to having a 1% loss, now you have like sometimes a 90% loss, and traders are out of the game, right? Trading is not about being right. It is just not about being right. But you want to set yourself up for success. So I was setting myself up for success by taking profits there, because it was like, boom, have enough profits. This trade is now free. I don't need to worry about it anymore. And I'm happy I left it open, because what happened after I left it open? It just exploded, just absolutely exploded, right? And again, I did take more profits on this deal because I saw a level right here, okay? Here's a level that I'm like, 1420. I should probably, the move has been more exhausted, so I need to take some more profit. So I sold another 25% of the trade right there, and I left, at this point, that's roughly, I'd have to look back at my book here because after this I need to write all my stuff down, but I still had the trade open with. And then right when I was opening the stream to talk to you guys about what I was doing, boom, we pumped up to over 1500. We got to 1522, and I'm like, dude, this is going to move fast. This is going to move fast. So right at the beginning of this trade, you saw I logged in on my cell phone because I've got my VPN on my cell phone, and I sold another 50% of that trade right at 1500. I was able to get filled at 1500, even though the move went to 1521, right? And now you also saw that now my strategy has changed. So as opposed to having my stop out at break even down here, now I've got my stop right at the scene of the crime, which is right around that 13,060, which has now become what was resistance is now support. So the game has changed. The game has changed, and the buyers are in control at the moment. We might see a little bit of a bounce off here, off the 1400 to 20. I would really say that there is decent amount of support right here, right around 1420 to 1400. That might be an indication of, all right, now might be a good area to start to adding to my trade, opening up another trade to see where it's going. And if I was to do something like that, is this my long position here? Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, that opened up huge. Screw you, trading view. Screw you, trading view. Okay. So let me no. You guys got to see this on the screen. If you can't see it, it's no help in learning, right? Move all these little things because you got so much going on here. So much going on here. If you can hear in my voice, I'm just happy because Bitcoin has been, crypto's been struggling for so long. And truthfully, whenever I go on around the blockchain and everybody, boom, people are telling me that they still think that things are going to crash and things we're going to see lower. And I'm going, guys, I believe the sentiment has changed. I've got a video in the works about inflation, and truthfully, it's down from here, in my opinion. And as inflation starts coming down, prices and assets are going to rise. I don't think we're going to see a $17,000 Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to see under $1,000 Ethereum. At that point, $1,000 Ethereum would be a 50% crash from here. I don't see that happening. I don't see the bull market starting now, but I see us just stagnant around. And you missed the boat if you didn't buy Ethereum at $800. But still, $1,500 Ethereum is incredibly cheap. $20,000 Bitcoin is incredibly cheap. Incredibly cheap. And again, Mark Twain once said, if you find yourself on the majority, you should stop and reflect. Right? That's just plain simple. When Dogecoin was going to $1 and everybody was going, oh, it's going to the moon. Dogecoin's going to get to $100. I'm going to be rich. That Doge millionaire is sitting at, 20 grand now, or he had $2 million, sucker. Like, dude, he should have been smarter about his money. That's why you don't marry a position. You don't marry this stuff. And anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. What I was talking about is if the scene of the crime, right? The scene of the crime. Collecting myself, the scene of the crime. So you can see that we are retracing back. So we are retracing back. And I will get to some of the guys in the chat because it's important. I appreciate you guys commenting on this stuff because my other channel gets a lot more views than this, and trading is one of my passions here. You guys are asking if I have a Discord. I do not have a Discord. It's probably something that I need to have in the works, but I do not, right? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, Walter's always nice when it's moving up. Yeah, honestly, if I was short and it was going down, I'd be just as excited because it was moving in the direction that I wanted. But it's moving in the direction that I wanted. So for the short term here, I did really well. I did really well. Okay. So what I'm doing here is just foreshadowing, okay? So we can see that we're getting a wick that's going down, and you can see the wick is actually kind of stopping momentarily here at a level of support. It is finding support right here about the 1450. That is good. That is good. That is good. I think that there's stronger support right at 1420 or 1400. So truthfully, now the idea is waiting. I need to wait to see the next day or two what we're going to do from here, because this is such an explosive move. There's going to be some consolidation that's happening here before we load back up here. Dun, dun, dun. So just planning ahead, let's just say I can get the perfect entry right around the 1420-ish mark. Where would I put my stop? Well, I'd put my stop just right under where we've been popping before. So my stop would be around 1350, 1340 if I was being a little bit more, what's the right word, safe. You know, there's a better word for that, but I can't think of one on top of my head. Risk adverse, that's the word, risk adverse. And where would my price target be? Well, my first price target would be the 1500 range. That would be my first target because that's where it touched before. That's where I feel that price is going to slow down just momentarily. It's almost like a stop sign. So where the previous high was is almost like a stop sign where people like to put their limit orders and sell orders. And so it's just a small little slow down, you know, maybe a yellow light before it pumps through. But there is a chance that it just entirely just stops and reverses, right? So that's why it's important to take a little bit of profit when you get there. And so right there, that is a 1.27, risk ratio, which is decent. I never like to take a trade that has a probability of less than 1, right? So if it's like this, boom, that's not a good risk versus reward for me. It needs to be at least 1-to-1, at least 1-to-1. Okay, so I could even move my stop on this one to there, right? And that would be much safer at 1328, where I don't feel like the stop would get hit. But if it did get hit, I was definitely wrong and I needed to get out. So I'll just leave that there for there. And where would I see the next level that I'd look at for taking profit? Okay, so we've got a lot of just movement in here. There's the $1,500 range. Okay, so if I'm just moving here, I'll use an arrow so it's easier to see. So if I'm just doing this, I would say boom, that's the level that I'd want to take first profits on. And then the next one is looking right around 1600. 1600 would ideally be my next target. Okay, so I would take a little bit of profit. Ooh, move that guy out there. Move that guy out there. Ah, no. And then the next target would be at 1600. And that's basically a 1-to-2 risk ratio, which is great. So what would I do in this position? I would take some more profits, sell 50% of that, you know, so I'd have at least 25% of the trade left open. And then from there, I would move my stop to break even. So I've locked everything in. But my backing up a little bit, okay, so backing up just a small bit, how I trade, right? Everyone has to find their own little niche, but I'll just be candid and I'll give you great information right now. The way I trade is when I hit my first profit target, I usually sell half of the position. Why do I sell half the position? Is it right when I'm right around 50% or more at that price target? If that price target is below 50% in profit for me, you know, I will sell a little bit more than half. But if it's right at 50%, I will sell 50%. And why is that? Well, because if I sell 50% at my price target, I can leave my stop open for it to wiggle around. And even if price comes back and rejects and then goes down to my stop, I exited the trade with a 0 loss. Hey, Zwena, how you doing? This is my cat, Zwena. Everybody say hi to Zwena. You know, she's like an 11-year-old Siamese, so she's loud. She likes to steal all my shit. She steals my books. She steals my pens. She steals my, you know, this is silver. it's like $30 a silver that is made in a Ethereum. And then this guy is, I don't know how much of gold. I think this is just like really cheap gold for Bitcoin. But anyway, it's still kind of cool. But she steals it. She really likes to steal my Apple Pen. And damn, that Apple Pen's like $120. So I get all mad when she steals that Apple Pen. But, love her to death. Anyway, I digress. What I was saying is I sell half at the price target. Boom. And then if we go down to the stop loss again, if I hit my stop loss, I'm out for zero. So that gives me a lot more wiggle room, because the way I trade is I'm not like a big in, out kind of a guy, right? I'm more methodical. I like to think, I like to analyze, which is kind of like the downfall of some of the stuff in my life is I overanalyze everything, but I am a numbers guy, right? That's why if you watched my investment portfolio, I've done well by only investing, $25 a week to sometimes $100 a week at times, right? Small amounts have made big profits on this stuff. Okay. But then once I get up to the next price target, that's when I decide to move that stop to break even. So now I am guaranteed to make money. Before I was just playing with house money, but now I'm locked in to actually just I have my account is grown is what I'm saying. And so on like my Ethereum trade currently, that's where I'm at. On my Bitcoin trade, that's where I'm at. On 88, that's where I'm at. I've all taken profits along the way up here, right? And we will see what happens. I'm now looking to try to re-enter into Ethereum because of just the sheer fact that, hey, we're retracing right now. So I hope that was incredibly helpful for you guys. And I will end the stream here where I'm telling you guys on Ethereum, I'm thinking we're either going to, hey, look at Bitcoin. Boom, boom, boom. We are under 20 grand. Do you see that? Bitcoin is under 20 grand now. Boom. I took advantage of the move. It happened. We are retracing here just like clockwork. You make it sound like the stuff isn't hard, right? It isn't hard, but it is psychological. And a lot of people, they like to have just sheer shit on their charts, and you just go, what the fuck like, you can't see anything, right? But everybody is like algo this and, market cipher that. That stuff is decent, but they're not buy and sell signals, right? Price is going to do what price is going to do. I'm a trend trader, and I wait for price to do something. Just like if you saw at the beginning of this stream, price was moving at 1500, and I've looked at the charts enough that I know, hey, that is going to be a strong level of resistance. I better get out now. I'm not going to totally get out. I'm going to leave half of a chub in, but I'm going to take some profits, right? But I strongly recommend that your charts don't look like this. Like, I still use this stuff, to try to convince myself where price might be going, okay? But if you look at my charts, usually what I have on my charts is I have volume, right? And then just the candlestick chart. It isn't even the Heikin-Ashi candles. It's nothing fancy. It's just simple ass, just normal candles. And I will use the VP every now and again so that I can see where there might be a level of support and resistance. But I have it off here on the side because, this is just how I trade. And it's crazy because my charts used to look crazy. And I really like stochastics as opposed to RSI. And these are not buy and sell signals at all. You think like when something's oversold, you think, boom, that you can... I lost quite a couple of viewers there with some of my jokes. Hey, it's who I am. Noel, I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for the update. Of course, man. But these are not buy and sell signals. You should not be buying and selling off of this stuff because price doesn't move that way. Right? It can stay going up for a while when you do that. Like here, it's oversold. You're like, okay, I'm going to sell. Boom, boom, boom. And they're always delayed as well. They're always delayed. But it is important to look because they will eventually come back down. So you can say, hey, something's going to happen in the future. It's just when. And then you have to look at the chart to be like, okay, what actually is going to happen there? So boom, that's what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. Oh, well, I told you what on Ethereum. On Bitcoin, we need to try to reset, zoom in, get rid of that. Let me turn off volume so it's easy to see. Boom. Now 20,000. 20,000 is acting as resistance right now. That's where we're struggling. And looking at this, you could see there's a range here, right? This is the range that we need to get above in order for me to add to the position. So that's what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. That's what I'm thinking on, dude, 88. Damn, dude, 88 is hauling mofo up to 40 cents. Wow, 88 has been rocked, absolutely been rocked, but what a move. Got to look at this guy again. How is my 88 trade doing? Because again, I did take profits on all of them. And if I was to think about something, I shouldn't have. Now I'm up to 250% on my 88 trade. Damn, I shouldn't have taken profits right there at 39 cents. But you know what? You can't go broke taking profits. Where am I looking at for ADA? 41 cents. Oh, and that's where it hit. 41 cents is really where the resistance is, and that's where it hit. That's where it hit. Okay. I already moved my stop here. Boom. I have to think about 15%. Dude, a 50% gain, 15% gain here in just one day. That is a massive boner right there. Massive, massive boner. ADA's got a massive boner going on. You know, whether it's going to be on Viagra and be able to withstand, I don't know. This guy is probably going to explode at some point, and then it's going to have to go lower here. But the next level for it to get through is the 42 cents. And then from there, it's chop. It's chop. We're in 41 to 51 is where we'd be looking at. 41 to 51. That's the level it needs to break into. If it breaks into here, might be a good idea for me to move my stop up to that 40 cents because then, boom, it's in there. That's where I might actually move my stop right here too. Where is 40 cents on here? 40 cents be right around here. Okay, might do that if we were traced so that I just lock in a little bit more profits on there. But hey, guys, what an exciting morning. Exciting morning for crypto. And hey, we've got a Fed meeting coming up November 1st and 2nd. I said that we were going to have a green month on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, just because I said that, you know, where are we on the monthly? On the monthly, Bitcoin, we're above. Dun, dun, dun. Is this candle green yet? Gosh, look at that drawing. Yuck. But the candle is green. I said that the monthly was going to close green. The monthly is going to close green. So if we were to turn red, we'd have to be 19,400 for it to turn red. This is good. I don't think we're going to go below 19,400, right? Boom. Okay, Ethereum. Is Ethereum same thing? Ethereum is green too. And we have to go below 1330. I don't think we're going to turn red again either. This is all good news. Good news. But what I was saying is November 1st and 2nd, we've got the Fed meeting coming out. They're going to raise interest rates by 0.75 basis points or 0.50. The market will pump if it's under 0.75. I believe the market is going to stay stagnant if they do 0.75, and we're going to crash if they do anything more than it. But I think inflation has peaked, so we're going to continue to go downwards. So this is Johnny Crypto. Subscribe to this channel. I'm here to help you guys. No BS talk about stuff. I will help you from experience, right? There's a saying that experience is best when it's not your own. What do I mean by that? Do you guys know this guy by the name of Thomas Edison? If you don't, he's the dude that made the light bulb and is the reason why, you know, you can go to the bathroom with the light on is because he's got anyway, he spent 1,000 times trying to figure out the damn light bulb. Why should you try to reinvent the wheel? You shouldn't. You should look for him to teach you how to do it. I'm here to help teach you guys how to do it right rather than making the same mistakes of doing it wrong. Granted, you do need to make some mistakes because you learn from failure more than you do success, and it's important for your character to make mistakes, and it is not wrong. I believe our society teaches us that when you're wrong, if you get a bad grade, you're worth nothing, and truthfully, it is an opportunity to level yourself up. But this is Johnny Crypto. Till next time.